the Renters' Rights Bill. So it's got the royal warrant, it's in effect, and this is how it affects both tenants and landlords. Right, the first things first, Section 21, which is no fault evictions, which means landlords can no longer evict tenants without giving a legal reason, which means tenants get more security. They're not going to be able to just throw people out, and you have to have a proper ground, which means you're either selling the property or there are serious rent arrears. The other thing is fixed term tenancies are scrapped, which means, the 6 and 12-month contract for the tenancy, now it's open-ended, which means tenants, which is not a great thing, tenants can leave at any time with any notice. There's no fixed term, and but only valid reasons have to be set out in law. Rent increases happen to be once a year, which is not a bad thing. A bit more consistency for the tenant. So there's no infrequent changes. And the other thing is rent rises. So, you can challenge as a tenant, and go to a tribunal if you think the rent increase is excessive, which will lead to fairer pricing. The other thing is landlord register and property database, which means all landlords will register on a national database. Tenants can check if the landlord is legitimate. Good landlords gain credibility, but rogue landlords will be easy to flag and to find. The other thing is decent home standards for rentals, which means there's a minimum quality standard, just like they do in social housing. So tenants should have a better standard of living. Damp, heating, repairs, and maintenance should be abided by. And the other thing is landlords must also fix serious hazards like mould and damp with strict time limits. So tenants are not left waiting, getting these things done and in decent living conditions. There's a ban on rental bids. So letting agents, landlords won't be able to encourage. So if you've got a property advertised at X, you need to take X. There's no bidding wars or whatever. And the other one is pets. Tenants will be allowed to ask to bring pets into the home, and there needs to be a reasonable reason for a landlord to say no. Upfront rent reports, upfront upfront rent and deposits are capped, which means landlords won't be able to demand large chunks of savings or deposits, and landlords need to rely on referencing, insurance, and rather than just hefty deposits. So in short, Renters' Rights Bill is aiming to create a fairer, more transparent rental market, giving tenants more stability, but also allowing responsible landlords to manage their properties with clarity and structure. So that's what's coming into effect. For me, the only thing that I'm not happy about is this notice period. So, because as soon as a tenant gives you notice and they can just leave, there's a cost to a landlord to get a new tenant, inventory, cleaning, and all the rest of it. So, that's the only one that everything else seems straightforward enough.